Hi guys, I just wanted to come to you briefly just to tell y'all a little bit of a situation where the Lord kind of blew my mind. He kind of literally blew my wig back. So I was doing some research and I came across a video on YouTube where it was describing a guy that was having number revelations and was learning, at first he didn't believe that, numbers, that God spoke through numbers and stuff, and then he finally was convinced, but because through his own research, he was, I guess, adding and multiplying the numbers that God was giving him, and pretty much the end result was, after he calculated all the numbers that God was revealing to him, he found out that the information that was revealed to him was his very own name through the number revelation. And I stumbled across that little gem by doing research on numbers, because I've been receiving a lot of numbers, and I know God has been working heavily upon my life lately, so I know that he's been speaking to me through numbers as well. Well, let me tell you briefly how I came across this revelation. So, for as long as I can remember, since I was a little girl, I never actually liked my name for some reason. It just didn't sound feminine to me. It didn't sound cute, like Sasha or Mercedes, or something wild and different. I guess I can say different. So anyways, I never liked my name. I completely just did not like it. So one day I asked my mother why she named me Carmen, because that's my name. My name is Carmen. So anyways, even the sound of it doesn't sound feminine, it just has like a masculine effect to it, I guess. But either ways, so coming across that guy's video on YouTube, I decided, to look up the meaning of my own name, because not for nothing, but I really do feel that this was all inspired by the Holy Spirit. I believe the Holy Spirit has been speaking to me and revealing a lot of things to me, through different ways. And also, he's been connecting a lot of dots, when it comes to dreams, revelations, and, numerical definitions and stuff. Anyways, he's been speaking to me a lot through different ways and methods. But through my research, I came across that, and I believe it was because of the Holy Spirit. So he's been kind of irking me to do a lot of research. And well, come to find out, you guys, for as long as I can remember, I never really liked my name. And I always said to myself, if I could change it, I would, And when I asked my mother why she named me that name, she said that the name was a virgin, like Virgin Mary, a saint, So that's why she named me Carmen, after, I guess, Saint Carmen. I don't know. Anyways, even still, despite of it all, still did not like my name. So anyways, but let me tell you something. Ever since I was a little girl, I always loved to garden. Always. I used to always be in the backyard, always in the wild, always trying to discover, always felt at home in the woods, always loved exploration, always loved adventure, in other words. I love adventure. I loved anything that had anything to do with life, with the very essence of life, and I believe that's because I've always held a deep attachment to life, And I knew that life, the essence, the very essence of that life is God. So I've always ran into the woods, always ventured into the woods, because that's where I felt most at home, felt most loved and most connected to God, where I can actually just, I felt like I was in my own little world with God, pretty much. I know it kind of sounds silly, but that's where I felt most secure in my life. Um, so even as an adult, I still do it. But yeah, ever since I was a little girl, I always loved to grow things. Always, love to plant seeds. I love to sow, pretty much. Love to make things grow. And I've always, everywhere I went, always tried to make like a little garden, because I felt like if I couldn't venture into the woods or spend that quality time with God, then the best place to have my very own garden would be at home. So it was a must for me that everywhere I moved to, I must make a garden, always, because that's where I felt most connected to God. It was where I felt most at home. It felt more like I can actually bond with the Lord in that way. So yeah, ever since I was a little girl, a must for a garden. I used to pluck flowers. I used to go into the woods and collect flowers. I used to plant, seeds and grow things all the time. I've always loved gardening. Always is one of my passions, actually. And anything to farm and do farming, like gardening and agricultural things has been my peeve, I guess. But yeah, that's where I've always felt the love of God, is always where I felt the most passion, and where I felt most connected to Him is in nature, And well, growing up into an adult, I've always felt the need to have a garden, One of my closest friends told me that I'm a plant thief, because I used to go around, like if there was an abandoned house, I'd go over there, and if there was some good plants, I'd pluck it, I'll take it, and like or if there was an abandoned lot of some sort and the plants were dying, then I'd pluck them and regrow them and re-strengthen them, re-nurture them, and bring them back to life. Or I would spend a lot of time in Home Depots and always try to find sales, and everywhere I went, I would ask my aunts and uncles, if they had plants, to give me some of their plants and stuff. I just always loved plants and flowers and bees and life, and well, anyways, coming back to my revelation, you guys, you're not gonna believe that God has made me fall in love with my name. The biblical meaning of my name is Garden of God. Look it up. Carmen, the biblical meaning of Carmen is Garden of God. And it has a lot of other beautiful significance behind it. But I just thought I want to share that with you guys. And I tell you, God knows how to warm my heart, And I really felt so overjoyed and felt so deeply in love with my name through that revelation. So now I kind of embrace my name. And I hope you guys like this video. I know I don't properly know how to video or any of that stuff. This has all been like notioned by God, inspired by God, and I don't know where He intends to take this with me, because I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. But for all those that support me and encourage, that I'm trying something, to encourage others, it means a lot to me if you support me. And I pray for you guys all the time. I pray for everyone, because I love life. I love everyone. And even those that, are going through some difficulties, or those that are how do you say, black sheeps, that call themselves black sheeps. I love them all. You know why? Because I know that they just all been through some type of struggle, and they'll find their way eventually. And, I just pray they stay strong, and I hope God humbles their hearts and they come back to love again. So, I love you guys. I hope you guys support me. Bye. Mwah.